Alright, so we started it up. Alright, so we've got this game underway. Apparently I'm supposed to be shoutcasting for Victorious Gaming tonight. I was unaware of it, but we'll do that after the giveaway, which hopefully won't take too long tonight. So, we're gonna get this game underway and through. Jacob, where's overlays? Overlays. Okay, cool. But in the meantime, LeBlanc and Jax, the two classic bands, we're going to be getting them out of the way. In the meantime, as they're doing some of these bands, I'm going to be editing some of these team names because that is what we want. CSI versus Team CST. That is what we said. That is what we're doing. I think if I actually drop this down to about 70, it'll be more along the lines of what we want from the bat, off the bat. There we go. So, Team CSI versus Team CST. We're also going to have Yasuo and Bromby banned out. Rengar is also banned out as well on blue team. Not interested in having that. Tell them to play Urgot, Galio, Teemo, Swain, Alistar. Those are characters that are also new indeed. Don't often see those. Send kisses by mail and real life. They will be real life mail. Can you believe that? Kale banned out as well. Do not want that champion either in the mid lane or the top lane. Extremely scary late game. Very, very scary. Of course, LPK wants to go up against CST. They have the same type of name. LPK versus CST, all of those amazing initials. So, it will be Silphury that will be picking up the first champion of the game. In the meantime, as we're doing things, new folder. I'm going to move this out to my desktop. Move to desktop. There we go. Move it over here. Close that. And just play this for fun. Yeah! I didn't actually get anybody following, but that was just for the lulz because we could. So, sorry for confusion. LPK really wants to go up against that CST. Pink colors. I usually have pink tissues. Chill out. 105 watching now. Damn. Wait, 105 watching? There are 100. Heart attack. Holy cow. If there's 105 people watching this right now, you blow my mind. Freaking hype indeed. I kind of want to play that music again. Are you guys ready? You guys ready? Here it goes. For a freaking 105 people viewing. Holy cow. That's impossible. Who is opening up 1,000 YouTube page? That's crazy. But welcome, Dynamite Pig, to the stream. You are awesome, as well as Chris, Son of Death. You guys are fantastic. Silphury is going to be playing this Malzahar in the mid lane. Fantastic job picking up that insta-nuking champion in the mid lane. But Crazy Giraffe is going to be picking up instead his own Kassadin. Kassadin's silence no longer functions in the game, but it's still pretty much the most powerful champion as he can jump around for practically free, other than that mana cost, of course. Super Tarte is going to be grabbing that Thresh for Team CST, and as we all know, it's crazy. Yeah, they all went away. Viewbot doesn't exist anymore, but somebody actually was able to do something about that because it went up by crazy amounts. But anyway, Blastonator is going to be picking up that Draven in that bottom lane ADC route as the chosen one. Vi is going to be in the jungle for Team CST. It is going to be LPK picking up his own jungle, Jarvan the Fourth, a very powerful champion with that ultimate. Is going to be locking in a lot of the enemy team, especially with the CC that Thresh can do is going to be fantastic. Then Jimbo Eisenly is going to be on the Quinn. Don't often see Quinn ADCs, but it's always fantastic to get them on the line because they're very cool. And then Pachinator is going to be picking up one of his favorite counters to the Thresh. He loves going Thresh himself, but instead is going to be picking up Morgana the best counter with that spell shield and be doing his best to keep Draven alive. Draven has some of that strongest early game damage, so excellent job picking up that Draven. And then, of course, Dukra Scion going to be picking up the Darius in the top lane. As we saw in that last grudge match, Darius is extremely hard to line up against, so best of luck to you, Dukra Scion, on the Darius. And then last but not least, CST is looking to line up against Dukra Scion with that Renekton in the top lane. Very strong champion as well with that Alligator top lane, both tanky and does an extreme amount of damage. However, it is interesting that neither of those have taken a teleport. No, Renekton is going to pick up teleport. Teleport is extremely helpful for you top lane people, and that way you're able to get in and around. Never mind, goes back down to 83. I think somebody was playing around with their Facebook, or not Facebook, but internet options and maxing that out. But glad to have all of you who are watching. I can't even tell who's watching or not watching anymore, so thank you all for watching and playing and having a fun time here. I'm going to run through everybody, make it official. Sylph Fury's playing that Malzahar in the mid lane for Team CSI. Super Tarte on the Quinn as the ADC role. LPK in the jungle, Jarvan the 4th. Jimbo Aizenly on the Thresh in that bottom lane support, and Dukra Scion on the top lane Darius. For Team CST, we've got Crazy Giraffe 11 on the Kassadin, Blastinator on Draven ADC in that bottom role, the Chosen Juan on the Whoa! Oh, wow, okay, that happened. Holy shamoli, we got jumped out! What happened? Ah! I think we can get back into that real fast, though, as we just jump down here and spectate the game. See, the game ended for the other one. There we go. All right. Phew. All right, we're back in. That was kind of crazy. The Chosen One on Vi Jungle for Team CST. Patchinator on the bottom lane support Morgana. And then, of course, CST on Team CST playing that top lane Renekton. Whew. Now that we've run through that, I actually need to change over my status. So, yeah, so many tabs. Status, Shoutcast, giveaway. There we go. Shoutcast, then giveaway. It sounds weird. I think what happened was that the original game that I was shoutcasting for that I quit out of, he won. Good try, though. As I assume, Darius did win in that last one. Let's see if my prediction in that last one was correct. Let's see if my prediction in this new one is also going to be correct. I am predicting that CSI takes the win. Their lineup is so incredibly strong. The Darius in that top lane, the J4 in the jungle, the Quinn, who is everyone knows even if she dies, she still can get back to lane and grab out some amazing kills. And the best kill you no matter what champion, Malzahar in the mid lane. I'm throwing it to Team CSI. The best of luck, Team CST, for being able to prove that you are actually the stronger ones. And then we are going to jump over the music to a much better, the more Ultimatum League of Legends dubstep playlist. So this is how we get the game underway, ladies and gentlemen, as we are almost ready to jump into this 5v5 Shoutcast game. Thank you all for joining, and don't forget, you do not have to watch. You can also find me on Facebook and YouTube. I actually still need to put on Facebook the new games from last night. I forgot to do that this morning as a bunch of chaotic things happened this morning, so forgive me for that, please. But they will be up tonight, as well as the games are on YouTube if you were in those games last night and are interested in being in these games. For those of you who are jumping on and interested in participating in the $10 Riot Point giveaway card, hang in there. After this 30-minute game, we're going to get that Riot Point underway just for you guys. And we are in game, ladies and gentlemen. Team CSI versus Team CST. Oh, that's the 3-minute loading wait screen. We do not want that. We want to jump over to this. Team CSI versus Team CST. Okay. Showing up. There we go. We've got it looking pretty right here. As everyone knows, that person that has the best skins shows that they have the power to win no matter what. So we're going to see which team pulls out with the most skins in this game. It looks like we've got a lot of amazing skins coming out here. If we hit 200 viewers tonight, that would be crazy, because if I hit over 100 viewers, that would be more viewers than I could have ever dreamed of. So you guys are fantastic. Thank you for joining. This stream will more than likely take it as far as Trick2G's channel with thousands and thousands of viewers. So if you are one of the people following right now tonight, you are hitting it on early and being able to jump into some of the best giveaways yet. As the fewer people, the more likely you could win that riot points. But we've got Djinn Malzahar coming out here, Sulfury, there we go, somewhere in there, playing the Djinn Malzahar, excellent skin, and Lord Darius for Dokura Cyan as well. Powerful skin. Love the crown that he was wearing. It's so very cool, and he has a great in-game graphics as well. However, for a purple team coming out here with almost a full skin team, we've got Deep One Cassidon, Crazy Giraffe taking that skin, Blastinator on the Soul Reaver Draven, The Chosen Juan on the Neon Strike Vi, and then last but not least, CST picking up that Rune Wars Renekton. If only Pachinator had a skin for Morgana. I know he has one for Thresh, but he does not have one for Morgana. So, purple team coming in here, all 4 skins strong. That beats out blue team's skins, as we can obviously see, which means that maybe my prediction is wrong. Purple team may have that skill, because the more skins you get, the more wins you get. And with 4 skins, they may have the skill that it takes to win this 5v5 championship and prove me wrong. So, as we're about to get underway, jumping back over to the chat, how will we know it'll be 35 minutes? I have the magical powers of predicting exactly how long the games take, so I know that it will only take, no, that'd be crazy. If we have constant, we get 100. If we have a consistent 100, we get to subscribe. That is true. If we get classic 100 people that are on often enough, I can actually ask Twitch to allow me to get subscribe modes, and that way you guys can then get custom icons. Only you can use those icons and become subscribers, and you know what that means? Subscriber only games. That's right. No matter how many viewers you are, if you are a subscriber, eventually when I get that, we can do subscriber only games, and that way you can be guaranteed a spot in these games when I shoutcast them. And as these games go on and we get more and more viewers, spots will be limited. Welcome Lemtia to the channel. Thank you for joining and following. That is fantastic. Thank you for jumping in here. So, I'm going to go ahead and run through, if I don't forget before too long, wherever the heck my mouse is. There it is. Jumping over here, I have to switch to my in-game loading screen. Team names are going to be Team CSI versus Team CST. And we want to get this game underway here. Whoa, I'm doing all of this wrong. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Boom! Team CSI versus Team CST. Boom. As we get underway, we're going to actually put everyone in the correct positions within that bottom lane. We're going to have that Thresh versus Morgana supports, the ADCs Draven versus Quinn, the mid laners Cassidon versus Malzahar. Next up, the jungles Vi and Jarvan the fourth, while in that top lane Renekton versus Darius. Cowbells sings the Quinn. That is what we want to hear in this game, but we don't have Alistar, so we can't have the cowbells if we don't have Alistar. But looks like Vi will be starting off at the blue buff, as red buff is going to be started off by Jarvan the fourth. So, interesting choice with a lot of these players starting off with that blue and red classic start. I guess it keeps an eye on the other persons. I've just seen in a lot of these last couple of games, it may have been something that was picked up in the LCS championships, and that is why people are doing it more and more often. Usually as a jungler, even if the other jungler is starting blue, I start blue myself. But hey, if J4 wants a red buff, he gets red buff, because everyone knows that Jarvan gets the buff that he wants. So, a lot of basic starts out here, a lot of those Dorian starts. Interesting choice there, though, from the Cassidon coming out here, as he actually is going to start off with a little bit of ability power in that mid lane, that Ancient Tome. In the top lane, CST getting taken really low. That Ignite might be enough to kill him off. He does have a potion sticking away. He is going to actually burn his flash. He's going to go ahead and start recalling. He's trying to bait Dokura Cyan into actually getting underneath the tower, and it might just work. Dokura Cyan really wants that first blood kill showing off on the stream, as in that bottom lane the ADCs are going back and forth grabbing what farm they can, and we are only 2 minutes into the game and the action is already starting to heat up. A little bit of that question mark coming out from Darius, as he's not sure if Renekton has backed or not. Renekton did fully back. he just used his teleport to get back to lane. So that is going to put Darius at a little bit of a downfall. He did go ahead and chug down his potions, so he's going to be sitting up here with the shield, but J4 has already made his way up there. He actually finished blue buff and is now sitting in that bush waiting for Renekton to push out as Super Tarte, and that bottom lane is taken down to about half health. Dirk wants these minions to push out. LPK could have the option of going through that tri-bush and going around, but no, he is instead just going to back off, jump back over, and go ahead and start the right in that bottom lane, which will soon be a frog. The giveaway is after this Shoutcast. We will be doing a $10 Riot Point giveaway just for you guys out there, and I hope you will enjoy it. However, you do not have to watch the game to be a part, but you do need to be a follower. Just show me a little bit of support. It is free. What can it hurt? You can only unfollow me afterwards if you want, and that way you don't have to worry about it to be a part of the giveaway. But in that bottom lane, minions kills are even 11-11 down there, back and forth between the two ADCs. As the mid lane, Malzahar has done an excellent job of keeping Cassidy from getting too much farm. Cassidy sitting at about 9 farm, while Malzahar almost double that at 21. In the junglers, they're about even 15-17. A nice flay from Thresh is actually going to grab Patchinator with this Thresh hook as well. Very low health, and that Quinn is going to be grabbing first blood in that bottom lane with a beautiful flash, but now the damage from Draven might be enough to finish her off as well. Jimbo trying to get enough damage on the Blastinator, but Draven has way too much damage. He's cut his axe. Will it be enough? He doesn't have the mana though, but now LPK coming in here. Does he have the damage? He's got blue buffs. He's able to spam a lot of his abilities. There's that knockup. He's got some damage down, but the Chosen One's going to come in here getting a lot of damage back. He's got that red and blue buff. That red buff is going to slow LPK getting out of there. Can he make it? He's only sitting on that blue buff, so he might be able to have that. There we go. Got the reset on the EQ to jump out of that fight, and Vi is just going to farm up a little bit in that bottom lane. Great action in that bottom lane, and great follow-up by Draven as well on Quinn. Patchinator just got a little bit too happy on the Morgana. Both got that flay and the hook. Thresh doing a nice job of grabbing both of those on her, and even with the spell shield, it only affects spells, and Quinn was just auto-attacking, so she was able to get in, get enough damage to finish up Morgana and take first blood. However, Draven instantly focused the ADC no matter what was happening and grabbed the kill on it. So, excellent job. Hey, Rawrim Dead, welcome back to the stream. Fantastic to have you. What heroes should I use? Lemtia, welcome to the stream. A lot of champions are fantastic. It really is all about just playing champions and figuring out what your playstyle is. Up here in the top lane, we have the classic bruiser champions. They're both melee. They just go back and forth, beating each other up with a lot of hand-to-hand combat weapons. In the mid lane, you have the mages who are doing powerful spells from a distance. They nuke. They just destroy somebody in an instant before they have an opportunity to turn it around. In the bottom lane, you have champions that do a lot of crowd control, CC. They can do a lot to stun and hook and grab and stop the enemy team from going anywhere, as we have that Thresh, which is coming in here right now, but with the help of Jarvan the Fourth, is going to have knockup on both the enemy purple team, but it's not going to be enough. Quinn got a little bit of damage onto Draven. I'm sorry, my mouth is totally freezing up here. There's actually LPK going to pick up that kill. Jimbo helping out there, and now they're trying to finish off Morgana. She tried to do a little bit of juke through the bush, but you guys interrupted me in my middle of talk through what is going on as everyone is chatting away in the chat. But as I'm finishing, Lemtia, welcome. Heard of me from some friends. Fantastic job. But as I was finishing saying, in that bottom lane, you have crowd control champions like the green Thresh and the purple Morgana, so you can tell who those are in that bottom lane. They do a lot of crowd control. They stop the enemy from moving around. And then you have your classic auto attack champions or attack damage champions. That Quinn and Draven in that bottom lane, you'll see them shooting out a lot of damage from the distance. They can get a lot of that damage down. They focus on simply building power, and your support keeps them alive. And then of course you have, last but not least, in the jungles, you have those people that can get some CC but also get some damage. They kind of roam around and make those ganks happen. You'll see them running around through the middle of the jungle there, making their way through. It's actually both have backed and are looking for an opportunity to then jump onto a lane and gank and get some kills as well. You guys are incredible. If I actually have 211 viewers, you are incredible at watching. CC champions are my favorite. The champions in that bottom lane support, they are hilarious and adorable to play. When you can keep an enemy from doing anything, they are so much fun. But be sure and check out all the different types, go in the different lanes, play some custom games against some bots. It doesn't hurt to just play bots in practice. Even though I've been playing for 4 years, still play custom games and do some practice games. So it is completely alright to do that. Nice hook by Thresh is actually going to land on the spell shield from Morgana. Pachinier doing an excellent job of keeping all of that off. The Flay actually didn't land as well, and so Thresh is just going to have to back off from that. Crazy Giraffe 11 in that mid lane is down still by about half health with that Malzahar, who's actually going to be picking up blue buff now, and is just going to get all the stronger. Excellent job by Sylfury keeping Malzahar, or keeping Cassidy from doing much. We see here the Chosen One sitting in this bush down here getting ready for a gank. She is prepared to jump in on the enemy team. Here it goes with that Q. Will it be enough? I think she has her ultimate ready. She wanted to use her ultimate on Quinn and make sure that she got that knock up there, but not in range. Quinn doing an excellent job of keeping some distance and staying alive. Recton in that top lane. CST coming in here. A little bit of slice and dice poke onto that Dokura Scion up there. However, Dokura Scion is struggling. Only at 24 farm to Renekton's 61. Renekton is doing an excellent job of keeping that Darius from really getting too much farm in that top lane. You have to be able to get all of that poke down and keep your lane strong. Dokura Scion might have to try some pretty tricks and pull Renekton underneath the tower. And when you are farming underneath the tower, it's going to struggle very hard as the tower does a lot of damage. You have to time your abilities correct. Pachinier actually does have that that Flay from Jimbo not actually landing on anyone. I think he meant to use his Q instead. There's a long-range Q on Pachinator. Will the spell shield go down? It will go down. She's actually going to flash when she could have just walked through the wall. Getting a beautiful spell binding on LPK. That tower does way too much damage, finishing off Jarvan the Fourth. Thresh tried to throw down the shield to save him, but no. With that Dark Binding, he was unable to go anywhere. Beautiful last-second Dark Binding from Morgana, stopping him in his tracks underneath that tower, and that is a dead LPK. Excellent job. 3 kills to 3. Almost even gold across the board. Incredible game so far. Malzahar doing a good job of stopping Cassidy from getting too far ahead. Renekton doing the same thing on Darius in the top lane. Both of these teams are trying so hard to make sure that they pull the game into a win. Cassidy coming off of the wall, getting a lot of damage onto Sylfury. You can see that burst, but no! Malzahar with the ignite, taking turns it around, gets his own ultimate back on Cassidy. When Cassidy doesn't have the silence anymore, that is the power of Malzahar. Can turn it around and just freeze Cassidy in place underneath the tower and nuke him down, grabbing himself the first kill of the game for him. And that is going to be the first death for Cassidy. And Cassidy decided to go the damage route, grabbing himself a needlessly large rod, so he's going to have a lot of ability power. But I think this is the first back from Malzahar, and he's going to insta-buy a Rod of Ages. That is going to help him a lot as he gets only tankier and tankier throughout the game. Nice blind onto Pachinator from Super Tarte, doing a good job of keeping the damage on Morgana, keeping her down to about half health. This is Team Ghost. Not quite, but pretty close. They are doing an amazing job. Leona is so much fun. I main Ashe actually a little bit as well. She, if you do it right, she can be way too much fun, especially with her ultimate coming in at those times when nobody's expecting it. But a nice over-the-wall grab from Thresh. Is that enough damage? Super Tarte wants the kill. She's actually going to flash for it, but no, it is going to be Jimbo that picks up that kill. And now Super Tarte is going to turn into bird mode. Make sure she can stick right on Draven's tail as she comes in here, waiting for the opportunity to use the ultimate. There we go, finishing it off. And that AoE ultimate is going to finish off Darius and grab herself a kill. LPK doing a great job of baiting CST underneath the tower and getting a kill as well in the process. Darius doing a great job of getting that damage. But in the mid lane, Sylfury in a bad position as both Cassidy and Vi find him in the mid lane. That is going to be death as the Chosen One did a nice job of using that range Q to get close enough to use the ultimate, then turn it around. Crazy Giraffe following up with all the damage and finishing off Malzahar in the mid lane. He did have his ultimate, but he knew that it would be a waste to turn around and try to nuke somebody as he was only going to die afterwards, so may as well save it for an opportunity to come back. The Chosen One doing a beautiful job of giving that kill over to Cassidy, who was already suffering a little bit and now is just going to be doing a little bit better. Still down about 50 farm in comparison to the Malzahar, which is a huge thing when you count all of the gold that he's missed out on. Malzahar doing a good job of keeping his farm up and stopping Cassidy in that mid lane. Blastinator getting a little bit of damage on Thresh. Thresh simply trying to do what he can to stop that farm in that bottom lane. Dokura Scion up in that top lane, getting a little bit of damage onto Renekton. That range from Draven, though, we've got the map jumping all over, and there is that Malzahar flashing in to get his ultimate down and finish the kill on on Cassidy. Super Tarte in that bottom lane, getting a little bit of damage on. But no, the Dark Binding from Morgana is going to land on Super Tarte. Thresh throwing out a hook. It's going to land on Morgana. She put the spell shield on Draven. Going to go ahead and put his ult down as well. But the Morgana ult is going to actually do enough to slow the Quinn from getting away. And Draven's going to pick up that kill. Jimbo in a bad place. Almost lost his life as he's going to be able to walk away from that, as Blastinator with that last axe was trying to hit Thresh, but because Thresher's under the wall, he actually misclicked and Draven hit the tower instead of Thresh with that last axe, and Thresh was able to walk away with barely any life. This game has gone crazy, 8-5, very slightly in blue team's favor, but that bottom lane is struggling now as Vi has done some very nice ganks. He wasn't actually even needed. Tag out for Karthus, as Quinn. Wasn't even needed in that bottom lane as Morgana turned it around with an amazing ultimate. You guys are going all of the way. This game was crazy. The giveaway has not been done yet. We are going to be doing it after this game. CST in that top lane stuck under the ultimate by J4, doing a nice job of baiting Renekton slice and dice out so he couldn't do anything. And then Darius coming in with that extreme true damage ultimate, going to be finishing off him in that top lane. Looks like Sylfury in that bottom lane's looking for some kills, though both purple team members were able to get away from that. Dokuro-san doing a nice job continuing to farm heavily, 55 to 115 up there. You playing versus a girl, says J4. Fine, I'll try hard, says Rekton. So I guess that means that Dokuro-san is a female? I was unaware of this. I'll start killing Darius now, says Renekton, as both blue team members in that bottom lane are going to be pushing towards the tower. Cassidy saw that Malzahar went that direction, and so he came down there, but Malzahar is just back in the mid lane, continuing to farm up heavily. Now 106 farm to the 48 on Cassidy. That is not what you want on an AP nuking champion, as the rest of purple team, ADC and support, are going to be able to make it down to this bottom lane. Sylfury has joined the fight as well, going to be sitting in that bush waiting for an opportunity. He doesn't know that he's sitting on a ward though, so purple team knows that he's in there. They're just waiting for an opportunity to find the right person. Pachinator may get it with a long range Q over the wall onto Sylfury. Cassidy is going to follow with that Rift Walk, get some damage. The magic resist, or spell shield from Morgana is going to keep Cassidy alive long enough for Draven to actually pick up the kill on Karthus, or not Karthus, on Malzahar, but the damage from blue team is strong enough to finish off Draven. It's going to be J4 picking up that kill while in that top lane. CST is going all the way in on Dokuro-san. Does Darius have his ultimate up? Not quite yet. CST turned his ultimate on, baiting out all of the damage from Darius, and going to walk away with very little health with a beautiful AoE. Take his lantern, says Quinn. Got to be able to jump to that lantern on the Thresh. Looks like that fight did diminish in that bottom lane. Both members did back off from that, or all members of both teams did back off from that fight after a beautiful kill both between the Malzahar and the Darius. Kind of an even trade there between your AP and AD. Dokuro-san left the game. Oh, back. Whew. Whew. Good. Glad that he's back. We do not want anyone to leave this game. We are only 16 minutes in, 11 kills, 2-7. This game is only getting more and more intense as the game goes on. We're getting a little bit of chatter back and forth here for the other one, 23 minutes through. They're out now. So when are we supposed to cast? 16 minutes into my game. 11 kills to 7 here. LPK doing a nice job of knocking Crazy Giraffes up. Is he going to have the Rift Walk in time? I don't think so. It's actually going to be Vi that jumps onto J4, but he is too tanky. Her ultimate getting her close enough to knock him in the air. However, he was still able to kill Cassidy in the meantime. Vi able to walk away from that as it actually pulled her off to the side, and I think burned the Malzahar ultimate as well. No, he's already used the ultimate a little bit ago. Welcome, Giveaway Hunter. Looking for these giveaways. It is random when they are, or not random when they're given away, random who they're giving away to, but best of luck grabbing that $10 Riot Point card as blue team takes the first dragon in this game. And now there's the ultimate for Malzahar, gonna instantly nuke down the chosen one. Didn't even have a chance, she just walked straight into it. Malzahar doing an excellent job of finishing it off. Quinn trying to get KS on her, but not quite enough. KS failed, she says in the chat. Dokuro-san now doing a nice job of trying to farm up against the Renekton, still half farmed down, but continuing to farm up now underneath the tower. 1-1-1 versus a 1-2 Renekton, but Renekton has a lot of damage and super tank with that Sunfire cape as well as the Brutalizer coming out. Vi also going a little bit of that damage route with the Brutalizer. Nice attempt for that Dark Binding from Morgana over the wall. Jimbo doing a nice job of grabbing with that Death Sentinel on Pachinator, who put the spell shoot on herself, and that way she could use her ultimate. Will it be enough to stun both of them? It will! The damage, though, it might be enough between blue team, but no! Draven with a beautiful follow-up is going to grab himself a double kill. Blastner coming out so strong in that bottom lane, finishing off both of them with a perfect ultimate from Pachinator, grabbing the kills. Amazing, amazing job. Beautiful, beautiful job down there. A nice ultimate, though, from J4 is going to get the damage onto Crazy Giraffe and finish him off once again. LPK always there with the ultimates and the damage. Has actually still gone the tanky route, and that is what he is looking for. However, that Spirit of the Elder Lizard will get a little bit of burn on the enemy champions as they are walking away, and that was enough to finish off the Kassadin despite his Rift Walk. Kassadin did insta-build, focus on building that Deathfire Grasp, which isn't exactly the thing you want on a Kassadin when he's so mana hungry. You need him to have that Tear of the Goddess or something to be able to get a lot of mana and use his Rift Walk, stack it up so he can get the damage. Your Kassadin sitting at 1-5. The other problem with playing a Kassadin is that everyone will focus you. They know the damage that Kassadin is. They want him dead. CST doing a nice job of pulling Renekton close. Will it be enough for blue team to finish? He's used his ultimate, and that AoE might be enough damage to finish off one of blue team's members. Dukrasai coming here, gets the slow and the ultimate, and that bleed damage is enough to finish off Renekton with the help of LPK. Excellent job. Still Fury up there as well, just trying to help out. I don't think they was able to get an assist on it, but no, they don't need to worry about it as they are going to focus on that tower. 15 kills to 9. Blue team coming out really strong. Only 2k gold in the lead, but they are looking for more as they are going to try to get this tower down. However, Vi's making her way up, but I think with somebody else, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there should be somebody else with her. It is Kassadin as well, walking up at the same time. They were able to get the tower down, but they actually were able, Vi ultimate was able to finish off Darius, but Malzahar coming in here with beautiful silences was able to kill both Kassadin and Vi. Used his ultimate immediately on Kassadin, nuking him down as Kassadin did not have the health to deal with it, and then turning around and finishing off Vi as well, as they did get that tower. The little bit of those aids coming out from Silfury onto Renekton. J4 coming in here, going to be slowing down just a little bit, like any minute. Only 20 minutes in this game. Might be over in 5. Maybe 10. Pachinator coming in here, but caught out by J4, and that is going to spell death for the Morgana once again, as blue team is making their way through the jungle. You can see that ward there is going to grant purple team vision on them. Jimbo is just going to place down a ward and back off himself. 18 kills to 10. Blue team is going to be backing off here now, doing a nice job recalling as they are instead pushing down the mid lane. I really, really, really want to finish this. However, I'm also supposed to shoutcast for Vicious Gaming. Let me see if game is not over in 5. Maybe should find someone else. We're going to see. Hopefully this game will be over in the next 4 minutes. Probably not. But if one team does want to surrender, unfortunately, you guys are extremely even, which means surrendering is rather difficult. If you do surrender in the next 5 minutes, or I guess 3 minutes now, then I will be able to shoutcast a game for Vicious Gaming. However, if not, I will tell them to find somebody else. A great job from Quinn putting down a pink ward down there, using a little bit of extra gold. Between them, Bloodthirster coming out here. You know what happens? He'll show up. I really do want to show up. Pachinator coming in here, clearing wards, helping his team out, keep vision. However, being caught out like last time is not the way you want to go. 18 to 10, blue team still extremely strong in the lead. Really need to be pushing down some objectives though if they want to seal the game, as a lot of members on purple team get crazy strong late game. Renekton and that Cassidy as well. Going to be so strong late game. They're going to want to be able to finish off something pretty soon. Purple team pinging. Maybe they are at Dragon. It does look like they want to be grabbing this Dragon here, as it will be up any minute now. Purple team is going to be making their way around the corner looking for any members of blue team. They are going to be pushing this tower in that bottom lane. Should be able to get it no problem, as Quinn has a lot of damage. LPK actually should be able to see that Vi and is just going to get a little bit of damage on her. There's the speed up though from that trinket on Thresh. Will they be able to catch somebody out? Actually, everyone's going to be splitting ways as the flash from both Cassidy and J4 following up. It's the Chosen One doing a nice job flashing into the Dragon Pit before walking away, forcing it was actually Quinn that used her ultimate to try to catch up, but no! Malzahar finds her behind the lines, and it's actually Jimbo putting the shield down for her, saying, hey, I can save you, but no, she was not able to grab it. Pachinator getting a lot of damage from that Malzahar as blue team pushes this tower in that bottom lane. CST won in this top lane. The pull from Darius did not manage to land. He does have that Sunfire cape ticking away. There's that slice, and maybe the follow-up with the dice is going to get him enough range as the blue team is not able to catch him. However, they were able to get that tower in bottom lane for themselves as that top lane did go down. So that means both teams now only have that inhibitor turret to defend that inhibitor. Blastinator to getting a little bit of damage onto Jimbo, who's just looking for an opportune moment to grab somebody over the wall. Both supports using that spell or that vision to actually clear wards and put more wards over the wall. We see it going back and forth there between the two of them. Vi looking at maybe queuing over the wall. She is going to queue over the wall with that Cassin and follow-up as they're now chasing. However, Renekton teleporting to that ward. Maybe put the blue team in a really bad spot as he is. Vi with the ultimate on Malzahar, but not enough damage. Renekton now trying to get in on Super Tarte. The Quinn with Morgana ultimate as well, but that flash from Quinn might survive a little bit longer. The J4 will pick up the kill on Vi, as well as Draven picking up the kill on Malzahar. J4 too tanky. He's going to be able to finish off Morgana before finally going down to the Renekton. And now Quinn, Super Tarte coming in here, not able really to get a kill. Purple team wants the dragon, but they are not able to get it. Maybe, as instead they're going to be trying to back to save their top tower. Darius pushing hard. Jimbo waiting for the right opportunity to throw a Q across, and it'll stop CST from backing. Now he's going to be coming in here. Super Tarte doing a nice job walking to the other side before jumping back. He does have that shield down from the Thresh, and that is going to actually allow Darius to get that tower in that top lane. Blue team still doing an amazing job of keeping it real and pushing this game. Now we have hit that 25-minute mark, and so it may be game over for being able to shoutcast for Vicious Gaming if no one is available, which is sad, but this game is so intense I wouldn't want to give it up at all to be able to watch. He'll tell you, and it will be after this game. We will be doing that. So wow. As everyone knows, I cannot type and talk at the same time, and so it's still going. So I freeze in talking when I'm in the middle of doing that. Should have an account just for answering people and making creating games. That way you should use one for watching the game and the other for creating games. So it'll work best with 2 monitors. I do have 2 monitors, so I might do that. And I do also have a second one, but I should create a I should actually, that's a good idea, is create one just called that Shoutcast guy, and that's the one that I do for making and creating games. But Pachinator coming in here, put the spell shield on to try to stop all of Sylphury's damage, as well as a beautiful Zanya's, but they just waited for that Zanya's to tick away and finished off the damage. However, that means the Malzahar ultimate will not be up for a short bit. Blue team's taking the second dragon. They might be able to finish off the game here without any problem if they get Baron, but no, Renekton is pushing in that top lane, and so they're going to have to defend very quickly. Jimbo in that mid lane with LPK following up. Super Tarte is looking for a target to land on his passive. Did hit that Vi. Will it be enough though to stop it? Surrender vote failed from purple team, only 1-4. Unfortunately, that still means that I probably won't be able to shoutcast Vicious Gaming, but that's fine because I love shoutcasting for you guys and it is fantastic. A nice hook from Thresh going to land on to Cassin, finish him off. The damage might be enough on the tower. Blue team's going to pick up that tower as well as they are playing it safe, allowing Darius to still chill in that top lane, keeping Renekton from pushing it too quickly. Renekton has shown up in the mid lane. That nice silence from Malzahar is going to stop him from initiating too quickly. The hook from Thresh not really landing on anyone, but that is going to be Vi, who just ults in on Malzahar, but instantly gets nuked down. The J4 ultimate going to go down onto Morgana. Will they be able to kill her before ultimate finishes? Indeed, but in the meantime, Quinn just has the damage to finish off Renekton, Draven, as Renekton was the only member who was able to walk out from that. 27 minutes in, game should be over pretty soon. Lemonte wants to be added by Alec. Great job making friends there in the chat. You guys are awesome. Super Tarte decides, hey, we can just tank this tower and finish it off here. It actually should be J4. Super Tarte getting taken pretty low health. You don't want that with the Kassadin sitting around. Jimbo throwing out that little bit of hook just to see if they can land it on Kassadin. But the rest of blue team will follow up on the Kassadin kill. She was able to get a Jarvan kill with the help of the tower. But now blue team is going to be backing off as Renekton is here, has used the ultimate, so he has the AoE. The Malzahar ultimate coming out as well. The Ignite is down, and the shield from Thresh trying to help Malzahar, but no, it is too late. Draven ultimate coming out as well. Thresh is going to stop him from doing a slice and dice to the minions. Does he have the damage, though? I don't think so, but Super Tarte coming in from the back line uses the Keel to speed up and get a little bit of damage onto Morgana, and now coming in here, the blind on Renekton. Will it be enough? His bounce to the side. The spell immunity is going to keep him alive for just a little bit, but no, Darius coming in from the back line. Use one ultimate, use two ultimates, grabbing double kill, and now it's going to be pushing onto the Chosen One as the shield from Thresh, who just wants a couple support there, or it's a little bit of assist there. A nice ultimate from Darius, going to get a lot of damage onto Vi, and it might be enough to finish her off as well. There's that kill. He is extremely low health. Draven might be enough. Yeah, I don't know why he turned back around, I guess, to save Thresh, but Thresh had already escaped. Blasting in there, picking up yet another kill. OMG, you killed your bro! Yeah, Draven killing off his brother, saying, you're on the enemy team, I can finish you off, no worries at all, as Thresh is just going to walk back. 31 kills to 16, blue team extremely strong in the lead, but purple team hanging in there, 52,000 gold to 44. Purple team doing an amazing job of hanging in there, grabbing now this tower in the mid lane. J4 trying to get a nice little knock up just to see if he can make that happen, but no, the damage he's going to turn around on Kassadin might be enough. It will actually be enough for Draven to pick up the kill on J4, but now Sylfury is going to flash out of the way of Blastinator's damage, and Malzahar, Sylfury going to be picking up that kill. Pachinator now coming back into the mid lane, seeing if he can make anything happen, save his teammate, but not fast enough. Want to keep your ADCs alive, and that is how you do it. Different servers. Don't know. We are on the NA server. That I do shoutcast the NA server. If you guys are interested in being a part of that. Somebody suggested, I think it was Lemtia, doing an excellent job of suggesting that I throw in there Jake222, 2,223 viewers. You guys are insane. I wonder if that is somebody, though, with just a million different tabs open, but if not, you guys are crazy. Thank you for joining. You guys are pretty fantastic. However, if it's somebody with tabs, I guess thank you for trying to make me look more popular. That still makes me feel pretty cool. Sylfury grabbing up blue buff, and now going to be looking at pushing down this mid lane. Purple team still trying to do a good job of defending their title right now. 30 minutes in, 32 kills to 17. Blue team looking extremely strong. They want this Baron. Purple team's going to have to defend it, though. Vi coming in here. She is going to finish off the Q, get a little bit of poke, though. But that's going to be the hook from Thresh onto her. However, that spell shield's going to keep her alive a little bit as this teamfight breaks down. We're going to slow it down here as the end of it as Dorkar comes in. The Zanyas is out from Morgana, but that is going to be LPK finish off Blastinator in that backline. The stun went down to 3 members of blue team, and Pachinator is going to flash to the side just to try to survive as long as possible. J4 is going to get that knock-up, though, and that is going to be Darius picking up a double kill there with that second ultimate, doing an excellent job. Now blue team is pinging to push towards the tower. Renekton might be able to get this tower, but it is going to be Malzahar who comes in from behind. CST is going to be teleported. Will that silence stop him? It will! And the ultimate for Malzahar is there! No spell shield for Morgana to save him this time. Malzahar ultimate too strong. Going to be finishing off that kill on Renekton. Now 10 and 4 on the Jarvan as well. Huge for blue team, grabbing the tank line, finishing off an ace on purple team. And now blue team is looking to just continue to take away all of these things for Purple Team. They might be able to get Baron off of this. No, they're instead just going to back and grab up some of these jungle camps before backing off and buying with all of the gold that they just received. Huge items coming out here. It is actually Quinn who's going to have both a Bloodthirster and a Warmogs, which means she is going to be very hard to kill with all of that health. Malzahar sitting on a nice Rod of Ages and Rabadon's Death Cap, as well as that Void Staff, means that he is going to be able to own everyone that he puts his ultimate down on, just cutting through any magic resistance that they have. Darius now has finished both the Sunfire Cape and the Ravenous Hydra, but on top of that has that armor penetration of the Last Whisperer. Jarvan the Fourth going the tanky route, has finished the Randuin's Omen, but also a little bit of damage with Ravenous Hydra as well. Renekton trying to get tanky himself, going to be finished off a Randuin's Omen, and Vi with that Black Cleaver is going to be getting a little bit of damage. Ugh, well, I thought I had to sneeze there for a second, but not quite tanky enough to deal with all Blue Team's damage as they take a third dragon of the game, continuing to massively push the amount of gold that they have. The viewer bot is used to show more viewers than just 200 viewer bots, more like thousands, so regardless, as long as he's happy for his work, it's pretty cool. But I don't really care. 200 viewers, not 200 viewers, 20 viewers, it's not a problem at all. Alec, you did. Yeah, my bad. Using that viewer bot. Whatever. The Chosen One coming in here is going to get ulted on, or ult onto Darius and try to jump over the wall to stay alive, but Darius is going to have enough damage to finish her off. Jimbo, in the meantime, throwing a nice ultimate down. Patronair spell shielding a lot of the damage. Jimbo taking very low health with that Dark Binding from Morgana, but J4 is here. Going to be finishing up that kill on Blastinair as the rest of Blue Team is now seeking out the Morgana underneath the tower. Super Tarte has the Warmogs, doesn't care, but Dark Binding under the tower will be enough to finish him off. One more tower shot is going to put her extremely low health. Super Tarte, very low health, going to have to walk off of that as Dorkerstein was able to kill yet another champion, putting him at 9-3, finishing off Morgana, now huge as Blue Team now pushes towards this bottom tower. Only Cassin and Renekton to defend the tower, and Sylfury has a lot of damage to put on that tower, as well as J4 being huge, 11-4. They're going to clear that tower in no time at all. Renekton just focus on stopping these minions from pushing in. Purple Team still trying to defend. This is what it's about, though, taking it to the late game. If Purple Team gets an ace, the game is theirs as long as Draven is alive. They could still win it as they push in. That or Renekton coming in from behind the scenes with that teleport could mean that they could still win the game. So even in games as bad as they look like this, if you play it right, you can still win. Blue Team Thresh putting a nice ward down that bush, being able to keep an eye on Purple Team as Blue Team is progressing towards this tower. Team CSI wants the Baron, as it is the low graphics Baron, but eventually we'll be casting with the high graphics Baron. If anyone hasn't quite noticed yet, oh, Purple Team does have Wharton there. They can see the Blue Team's members. Blue Team or Team CSI. Oh, wait, what I was going to say. Oh, wait, there's a fight breaking out here. I can't talk about my own things when there's a fight breaking out here. Going to slow it down here. Nobody has died just quite yet, but Sylfury is going to be finishing off the Morgana, who went in trying to get a nice ultimate. It's actually a J4 getting a little bit of damage with the Q, as CST comes in here with his ultimate spinning. Blastinair sitting at very low health. Going to throw his knives, but it's not going to land on anyone. Malzahar is just going to go immediately try to nuke down this Vi. I think it is actually she might have been spell shield for a little bit of that. She's going to knock Malzahar to the side, so she did not. That spell shield actually, I think, negated a lot of Malzahar's damage and meant that she was not able to be suppressed. However, Super Tarte coming in bird form, going to be grabbing the kill on Draven. It is going to be Vi walking away with the aids ticking away, but now Cassin has the exhaust and all of the damage from the rest of the team. Renekton has once again been able to walk away, but that means that he has abandoned his team once again. Is actually Super Tarte flashing over the wall and following with an attack, following the Vi over the wall, and that is going to be killing Vi as well, once again in bird form. Dukrasan left the game. No, hopefully he'll be back in just a second as Blue Team needs him maybe to finish off the game. GG, says Morgana, as the rest of Blue Team's looking at pushing in here. Quinn instead has decided to go to the top lane and let CST try to tank it out here. Dukrasan is back, and that's what we're looking for. CST getting a nice bit of damage onto LPK. grabbing some of these minions just to keep them away from the inhibitor. But I think Quinn may be able to get this inhibitor without a problem. Thresh death sentence landing on CST, but not going to be enough as the spell shift from Morgana is going to stop any of that hook happening. Super Tarte has grabbed both the tower and is now looking at grabbing this inhibitor as well. Gonna have to back quickly off of CST. May look at pursuing. Pachinator not gonna be able to get down a Dark Binding before go away. Bird, 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 bird is the word, says Quinn, as she is able to get that top. I get no peel, complains Draven. Got to keep your ADC alive. A lot of the members were trying to peel for him a little bit. However, bird form Quinn coming in there at the last second with the speed that bird form has meant that he was not able to get away. Quinn doing an amazing job this game, 9 and 5. However, J4 sitting at 12 and 5, making a lot of these team fights happen in blue team's favor. That is what you want. Trick has shown you can come back. Yes, as Better Ban Lee Sin says, no matter how mad it looks, you can still come back. 44 kills to 19, almost 15 gold in the lead. Blue team is extremely strong at the moment. However, the game is not over just yet. Only one inhibitor down for purple team, and Renekton is pushing that top lane very nicely. Blue team may be looking at punishing them, though, for that Renekton being up there. He does have teleport up, and there are a lot of wards for purple team around Baron, so he could teleport to the fight if one was to break out. And it looks like blue team will be looking for this Baron. Ping in there for Renekton to back by purple team as Darius is making his way through the jungle. Still Fury has a lot of damage with that. Zanya's coming out as well. He's going to be very hard to take down, but they're actually going to be chilling on this purple team's ward. As purple team, no, the speed up from Thresh is there. He's looking to grab somebody, LPK as well, but that item will just go to waste as they were not able to hook anybody as Renekton continues to push in the top lane. Blue team wants the inhibitor and purple team's defending it, and it will be actually Malzahar who backs. He knows that he has his ultimate and that is capable of stopping Renekton. However, Renekton now going to be recalling and jumping back. Malzahar unable to join his team quite as quickly. Will that Renekton go all the way back, or will he just be tempting? No, he will make it all the way back. This blue team now takes a second inhibitor, and that can sometimes spell game. But no, the fight's breaking out, and that is going to be that Thresh ultimate going down, slowing several members of purple team as they are coming in here. It is actually Draven getting a lot of damage as J4 ults quite nicely into him. However, he might have gotten a little bit over his head as Casson is there with a lot of damage as well. Draven is going to be flashing off to the side. J4 does not have the damage enough to finish it off. A massive knock up though by who actually I think it was Darius that pulled 3 members of purple team in, and now Thresh has hooked somebody and is pulling away, but with extremely low health Renekton should be able to finish him off. And Dokuro Sion is being taken extremely low health. That is CST picking up the kill on Thresh, and now despite the damage from Darius, purple team is going to grab a 4th kill in that mid lane. Malzahar is the only member up. Purple team might have an opportunity to push straight down mid lane and win it if Malzahar does not show up in time to grab any kills. No, he is going to just back off and sit in the bush, but there is a purple ward there. They can see him there. Look at purple team pinging for the tower. These are the fights you need. 30 seconds before anyone on blue team is up besides Malzahar. Will be blue team instead looking for this Baron. So Malzahar, they do not see Malzahar here. He might be able to get all of the damage onto Darius. Look at how much damage onto Draven. I'm sorry. Sitting at about now a 3rd health. They know that Malzahar is right around the corner. Darius is going to be able to heal up quite well off of this Baron. Will Malzahar be able to stop 5 members of purple team? He is going to flash off to the side. He's got a lot of damage down onto Cassid, and he does not want to use... Oh, his ultimate has already been used. I think he might have started it using it on Draven, but that has allowed a lot of blue teams managed to come back up. Purple team were able to pick up the Baron and are now going back to try to stop all of these minions. Blue team needs to just headlong push and coming back into it. But it was an amazing job by purple team grabbing up that fight in that bottom lane there in their base. A beautiful job pulling J4 away from the fight, which allowed the damage from Draven and Cassidon just to destroy him before any of the rest of them could focus on the ADC or the AP champion. And the rest of the tanky members dealt with all of the damage as well as not having Malzahar. Malzahar makes a fight 4v5 immediately without any problem at all. You need Malzahar to be there for those fights, but he backed which meant that he was not able to be there for that fight in the bottom lane. Blue team now very strong, 44 kills to 23, looking to push through the mid lane here and maybe finish off the game. 6 items coming out for almost every champion other than a couple members on purple team. They have not completed all of the items, but they are still looking extremely strong. Thresh has gone a little bit more tanky with that Sunfire Cape and Randuin's Omen as well. The Infinity Edge and Phantom Dance are being finished by Quinn, but she's going to have to speed real fast to join the fight. Blue team progressing in. This is what hurt them last time, was when they went 4v5. They do not want to do it again. Even if Malzahar gets a fight or a ult off and finishes somebody off, it is only going to be a 4v4, as blue team has now decided to push this top lane and is looking at grabbing this inhibitor before continuing to push while letting Quinn catch up. They do have both of those Ravenous Hydras on J4 as well as Darius, and the Randuin's Omen on both of them as well, so they are tanky as well as doing a lot of damage. There's a nice scrying ward? Sweeping Lens by Morgana, making sure that they can clear those wards over the wall. Excuse me, what a long yawn, I apologize. As Thresh is looking for a hook. Whew, just speaking a little bit too fast. A little bit of damage going on to Renekton from Quinn here. CST maybe looking for this tank line as he's going to be able to jump in. That Thresh Flade, though, is going to cause him to back off just a little bit. Dokura Scion is going to be tanking a lot. Patchinator has used his ultimate, but will it be enough? Using the Zonics at the last second. That is going to be a possible full team stun as the ultimate finishes. J4 actually able to get out of that one as he leapt onto Draven. But the spell shield is going to keep Draven alive for a little bit longer. The damage, he's going to finish off a kill on Darius as 2 kills, 3 kills now. J4 picking up another one on Vi. Thresh is going to throw out a hook. He's looking for somebody. Malzahar has used the Zonyas to try to keep himself alive. Cassidy coming in here a little bit late. They needed the entire team there for the fight. The Cassidy is just going to nuke Malzahar down and instantly turn around and nuke Quinn. It is only up to LPK on the J4 and Thresh, but no, the damage from Darius is just Draven is just too strong. It's going to finish off both kills. Crazy Giraffe may go down with that ignite ticking, or the fire ticking, but will be able to live. And that is once again a fight on purple team. Who wins it? The beautiful job from Morgana coming in, ulting all 5 members. J4 was the only member who actually survived that fight. As the team, we're actually going to back up and look a little bit. No, the game is still going, 44-35. That is just incredible. You guys got really good team fights. Yeah. Amazing job there for the Morgana, using her ultimate, jumping on everybody. Guys should have wasted everything on me. Mal's ulti, exhaust, and more. Yeah. Everyone burned everything, turning Renekton into a pile of nothing. However, that meant that they had nothing to turn around and get the rest of the team. And Draven didn't even have his Guardian Angel finished. So incredible job from everybody. Narson wants the Arcade Sona. You could win or get the Arcade Sona. I think you still can get it just from RP, which I do have that $10 card. Rarim saying, I'm trying to watch the game. Shush. As this game is just going on incredibly long, 43 minutes in. Purple team, as you can see, still has an opportunity to win it. 3 inhibitors up. They could push hard down mid lane, get a team fight off in their favor, and finish it off. Dokura Scion may get caught out. He's used the flash. Will he be able to grab that Thresh Lantern? No! The Dark Binding from Morgana means that one of the strongest members on blue team is gone. Blue team took too long finishing the game, and now purple team is coming in with massive damage. Renekton is so tanky. Thousands and thousands of health. Thresh did get a Dark Binding, a hook onto Morgana, but the Dark Binding is going to go back on him. As the fight breaks out, Renekton is going to be in that front line. Thresh is going to throw his hook out. It's going to land on Cassidy. That's a good member for him to jump in on. J4 is going to leap in. Will he be able to get in too many knockups? That Thresh ultimate is going to go down and going to slow a number. However, not everyone is under that Morgana ultimate, and is actually going to be Malzahar, who uses his ultimate on Draven, but it's not going to be enough as his Guardian's Angel comes back. However, the Chosen One is fighting underneath the tower. That ultimate's going to, or that tower, last tower shot's going to be enough to finish her off, and now Morgana's got caught underneath the tower. Quinn has the damage, but LPK going to be picking up that kill on Patchinator. Blue team doing an excellent job of fighting underneath the tower, and now Quinn is chasing down the rest of purple team. Draven has used his speed up, but Super Tarde has way too much speed. Doing a nice job of jumping to Draven, uses her ult. Will it be enough? No! Draven has the damage! League of Draven finishing off Quinn before she has a chance. Huge job throwing out those double axes, causing her to be knocked back so that she did not get the damage of that beak smash or whatever you call it, jumping onto him. So she had to turn back into her normal form, and then in normal form, Draven just standing there has way more damage with those axes. Now that he has finished off the ADC member of Blue Team does not have the damage to grab these inhibitors. They're going to have to back off. Draven huge now, 14 and 8 with both all 6 items. He is stacked out. He's starting to build those potions just to get anything else that he can and spend the amount he has. Cassidy has already finished a Zhonya's for himself as well. That excuse me for a second, Deathfire Grass, I can never remember the name of that item, coming in now. Nice job, 5 and 11, and Rylat's Crystal Scepter, 49 kills to 30. Any normal person in a ranked game would have turned this game around and closed it out, just surrendered it off, but no, Blue Team is still hanging on. Dorcraslion has left once again, however, should be back really quick, as he always is. There we go, reconnecting. Jimbo doing a nice job of clearing these wards once again. Patchinator looking for putting down a ward himself, and is actually Jimbo knew not to waste a ward up there, as Patchinator was there to clear wards as well. Those sweeping lenses coming out. It is actually Blue Team that has now grabbed 3 sweeping lenses, so they're able to clear lots of wards as long as they use it. And J4 actually has the upgraded sweeping lens, so he's going to have a little bit of that pink ward or pink as well. They are sitting on a blue ward. They are all sitting on a blue ward. Blue Team knows exactly where they are. They are not going to be baited in. That blue ward and pink ward are almost immediately together. That is the power of having wards. Blue Team could have just pushed for the Baron thinking that Purple Team was there, but no, they were watching it. They were keeping an eye out. That leap from Vi not going to land on anybody, but no, a nice job with that clairvoyance coming out from Quinn. Going to keep an eye on all members of Purple Team. They're looking at pushing hard in that bottom lane, catching Blue Team out. Blue Team might be able not to be able to fight underneath the tower, as they're going to be caught just around the corner here, and this fight's going to break out unless they sacrifice the tower and walk all the way around. Draven's going to have massive amounts of damage and be able to get this tower in no time at all, and that is going to be the first inhibitor tower going down for Blue Team. Draven does. He gets the tower, and it's going to be the chosen one going in onto Quinn, just focusing down the ADC, but the damage from Quinn's going to be enough to finish it off, and now the rest of Blue Team is going to be caught in that Morgana ultimate. Once again, the Quinn is still alive and full health, going to be poking massive amounts of damage. Blastinator is going to be killing Darius once again. However, Thresh is going to be killing the Kassadin, and J4 coming huge on the Renekton, going to finish it off. Malzahar with the beautiful Zun is going to keep himself alive. Morgana is the only standing member of Purple Team. Malzahar is going to grab that kill. Quinn trying to KS it. GG more than likely as Blue Team pushes it now. We can see the game already ended at 47-47. Look at that, 47-47, exactly when it ended. I believe the Purple Team may actually surrender as the game only goes on for another 5 seconds. They're probably just going to surrender out, knowing that with 50-second recall timers and the ADC still being alive, that is going to be... Oh, we're not quite there. Okay, so I think the Purple Team is going to allow Blue Team to finish off the game. Awesome, awesome job, Purple Team. Amazing job defending, but more so than that, for letting the game complete to an end. Letting Blue Team finish it off, letting them get the Nexus. That is full honor, full team honor right there. Amazing, amazing job. But, holy freaking cow, that game! You guys, this was one of the most intense games I've shoutcasted yet. I can't even say anything about it. It was so incredible. Well, I can't say a lot of things, but so many times I was almost shot speechless. Those team fights, Purple Team hanging in there so strong. You saw in the end, they won 2 straight team fights with no help from a tower, with nothing. Blue Team made a couple of mistakes, got caught by a full Morgana ultimate, and Purple Team tried even harder to manage to team fight. They saw their team fight power, so they were like, hey, let's push that top lane. Let's grab a tower. Let's get an inhibitor. Let's make a team fight happen on our turf. Or on their turf instead of our turf. Huge. Did not win it, but was a massive, massive attempt at a win. Like huge applause to all of you. I know Blue Team won, but Purple Team, you are incredible in my book. Holy shamoly, just gorgeous, like amazing, amazing job. So, MVPs coming out here. Holy cow, can I just name every single player in this game? Everyone was incredible. Even the Cassidy, who died a lot, knew how to target the right people. Coming in towards the end of team fights, jumping on somebody, nuking them down, killing Malzahar. Didn't have his silence power anymore, but still getting a number of kills and grabbing those assists. Great job. Mind is freaking blown. But Purple Team, I'm gonna give it over to Morgana. Morgana with those perfect spell bindings. So often in that early game, she was able to get a lot of the spell bindings off. 19 assists. Incredible job with those ultimates. Those ultimates were the reason why the Dark Shackles ultimates were the reason why they were able to win those last two team fights, or the two consecutive team fights before they lost the team fight and Blue Team won the game. But amazing job trying to win the game, never ever giving up. Huge shout out to Pachinator on that, but even more, a huge shout out to Draven. 15-9. You saw his no fear tactics coming in there, grabbing kills left and right. You saw at the end there with the Quinn chasing down, almost every person out there would just flash and try to escape. They saw that Quinn was sitting at what, 11-7, jumping in there. So much damage, 28 assists, a Infinity Edge, and a Warmogs. That's going to be a hard Quinn to kill. Nah, Draven didn't care. League of Draven, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to throw some X's and finish the Quinn off. That is an incredible Draven player. Amazing job blasting into coming in here. Beautiful. Amazing job. But as well, coming out here, Blue Team taking the win. Holy cow, every single one of you just off the chain. It's going to be LPK taking the MVP because his damage early game, his ganking power, his everything, oh my gosh, he every single time ulted the back line, jumped on the people in the back line, no fear tactics, getting in there, doing damage, sealing them in with his ultimate. He didn't care. Once again, go back early game. He did more ganking than he did jungling, and that is how you do jungling right as a Jarvan and as somebody who does that kind of a thing. Amazing job. He certainly got the most kills just underneath the Malzahar who played right. He almost had the least deaths, though Jimbo, huge shout out to Jimbo on that thresh. 35 assists. That's a lot of assists. He was in so many of those fights. Amazing job. I could praise you guys all day long. Awesome. Thank you, Vitalizer, for coming in here. I could praise you all day long, but MVP LPK, shout out to Jimbo, shout out to Dokura-san, shout out to Silfury, shout out to Super Tarta. You all are incredible. Shout out to The Chosen One, shout out to Crazy Giraffe 11, new player coming in here, trying his best despite being shut down, still playing it through. Shout out to CST on the incredible Renekton pushing in that top lane. You guys